Okay, Ghetto Garage, Wildcard Customs, Paint Pimp, something. Anyway, this is the update on my, whatever you want to call it, the basket. Like I said, I don't draw it all out because I just don't. I start with something and I just feed off. And I think I'm going to put a little gate right there or something. But I know something like this would cost like probably $200–300. And like I said, I had the scrap laying around all the time, and all the mess, you know, that I spend in it. Would it be cheaper to buy one? Maybe. I don't know. You never really know. Time is money and money is time, and you never know what's going to be cheaper. Because if I went out and bought one, I guess I could be spending time doing something else. But anyway, this is what I do. I just build stuff. I think this would be a lot more durable than what you can buy. Anyway, yes, I got to clear some things up. Yes, you can weld with that. But you know what? I wouldn't recommend it. If you haven't bought a welder yet, buy a 220. Because it is a better welder, and it is going to last. And you know, like when I crank my heat up all the way to weld this stuff, this right here, it gets really hot. So that means it's working harder. And it's like anything. The more you work it, the sooner it's going to break down. Okay, yesterday when I was explaining, see, this gun on this welder is made in '91. I think it's called a Bernard. It's an old gun. And after a few years later, they changed guns. But anyway, this is the fittings they had. This screws on into the old part of the gun. Well, fuck that. And then that screws into the gun, and this just slides over. That's how you know you have a Bernard. Because they didn't make that many models or that many years, these things are pricey to find. So that's what I was saying. I converted over to the newer one. You see that little copper piece? All I did is I threaded it in here, female, and threaded it in here. I bought this at Lowe's, a little piece of copper, maybe cost $4. So I could screw in the newer style. I don't even know what this is called, to tell you the truth. I don't know offhand. And then this screws on here. It's just newer, and it's cheaper in the long run. Okay. When I say you can weld a car frame, I'll give you an example. Will these welds hold? I say yeah. If you had a 220 welder, I'd rather use that. But when I weld, I make sure. For example, this is where it's going to go in the receiver. What I'm going to do is go back and weld that up under like a gusset. Just, you know, you don't want your shit to break down the highway and be flying down the road. So I tend to do overkill. So don't get confused and say Tommy Shoe says that's the fucking answer to the world as welding. No, it will work. And to tell you the truth, if it broke down tomorrow, I'd go out and buy me a 220 welder without a drop of it, without a blinking of my eye, because it's a better welder. This is what I meant when I said you can weld frames. This is, it's actually the book that came. I don't know why it doesn't say Lincoln on it, but anyway, what they're saying is a multi-pass weld if you're going to do a frame. This is what they tell you. Do a V. See, I got the second pass and the third pass, and that's a finish. Okay? No, they're not saying that's the answer to the world, but it will work. I mean, no, you can't build car frames and race car frames with this thing. No, because you're going to smoke it. It's going to burn up, you know? Okay, I'll give you an example when I said a car frame, and I will do this on my bed. That isn't, where are we at? That's my bed. The whole front end on the passenger side, the frame is fucking got ripples in it bad. I don't want to tear it all apart. So right there, right beyond the pass, that front tire, I got another frame. a whole frame, and I could separate the whole car. But I would have 2 cars tore apart in this garage and there ain't enough room. So this is my idea how I'm gonna do that. Say this is original frame, and this is my new frame. See, I would notch it like this and make a tip notch. So when you slide this together, that would set there, of course, and that would set there. So if you have any stress, it bend this way, that piece of metal would catch right there. Or if it bent the other way, that piece of metal would catch there. Is that a lot more work? It's a lot better than doing a butt weld. You know, you think you're just gonna weld a frame and zzz, and it's all good in the hood? No, I wouldn't do that. That's what I meant. I don't want to mislead anybody. Okay, actually I just ran out of wire. I'll tell you a little story in a minute. But anyway, I usually buy a Hobart because I'm cheap. Well, when I bought the Hobart wire a year ago, I noticed, I know you can't tell, but there's little deposits, it's not shiny all the way through like the new Lincoln. That's all shiny I just bought. Okay, the Hobart is made in Hong Kong, Land, China, wherever the fuck you wanna say. And I'm not against those people that live there. I'm against the shit they fucking make because it kind of sucks wiener. Okay? I can't remember what that costs. But I know it says 10 pounds. Okay. Where is it at? This says 12 pounds. Okay. Now, I was looking on this box. It took me a while. I know you're not going to be able to read it. Maybe you can. It says, where is it at? Processed in the USA. And then they get their material from the USA, Mexico, and Hong Kong, Land, and China. But I would assume processed in the USA. Meaning it's at least manufactured here. I paid $38 for this, and this is 12 pounds. 12.5, matter of fact. Well, the other stuff I was telling you, if you don't have the argon gas tank, it's called inner shield or flux core or whatever. That was, for a spool of that was, this was 38 with tax. That spool was 10 pounds, which was 2.5 pounds less, and that was $59. Okay, now, dollar for dollar, is it cheaper to get the argon gas? I don't know. I can't tell you that because I never used a flux core. Because this tank, it cost me 70 bucks to fill it. Okay, and a gentleman asked me about putting gauges on it and stuff. Okay. If you're gonna put gauges on it, I've seen guys do it and I wouldn't do it. They have one gauge and it tells you what's in the tank. The reason I don't like that is because how much are you going to the your gun? See, I'm running, I think it says 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 15 pounds to the gun. That tells me how much I got in the gun, going to the gun, and that tells me how much the guys have in the tank, which this tank is not that old. And the reason I think that argon is better than flux core, because flux core is wrapped around the wire. Okay, if you read in the book, which I don't like to read, but I like to know. Okay, they got the push, the pulling, and the pushing method and the pulling method. I usually do the pulling method because it's easier. But I've been teaching myself to do the pushing method because when you are pushing the weld forward, the gas is encapsulating the new metal that you're going to weld, I guess, and it's shielded, it makes it flow better compared to, they say, it works too if you pull it back, but you're losing the gas. The gas you want, I don't understand the concept, but if the book says it, then, you know, if you push when you're welding, the gas flows around it. And I try to weld as nice as possible. My welds are not the greatest. I'm not a pro welder. So I need all the help I can get. So that's why I went out and bought that wire, because that Hobart wire was cheaper, but it had little deposits on it. And I hate when you're welding, this is how I like to weld. Not this. Then it pisses you off. Anyway, I want to explain this too. I did say this wrong yesterday. these are not sponges, these are actually felt. This cleans it. And this lubricates it. And see how I've got a slit in it. I said it was a sponge. My bust. Okay, what else do I want to explain? I think that was about it. While I was there, I did price these little shields. These ones, them clear ones, them big ones. They were $4.82 a piece. I know I bought before a piece of plexiglass. It was probably, I made about probably 6 of those shields. I probably paid $5 for the plexiglass. So the way I look at it, if I would have bought one of theirs pre-cut, it was like $5 if I bought a plexiglass and cut it down in squares. I got 5 free ones. Yes, did it take time? Yeah, it takes time. I don't know. I like to be crafty. Some people might not know how to cut plexiglass. It's really easy. Don't cut it with jigsaw and shit because it'll burn. This is like a plexiglass cutter. You just put a square down and drag it, and you don't have to cut all the way through. You need to snap it. You know, maybe some people know this, some people don't know this. I don't know. What else I got to say? I don't know. At least the stuff's made in America. I'm not saying the stuff made, no, they would have said assembled in America, the Lincoln brand. That means somebody else made it and they put their sticker on it. But it says process, I believe that means they made it here. This is coming along. You know, this is my dad always told me about when you build something. You know, it's good enough for the girls I know. Basically what that means is, who are you trying to impress? Sure, we want to try to impress somebody, but we really need to just impress ourselves. And if we're happy with it and we did the best we could, then it's good enough. Because you're always going to find somebody that says, you should have done this, you should have done that, you should have done blah, blah, fucking blah. And them are the people that don't do shit. You know, anyway, I've been down this fucking road and I'm not going to ramble on all day long about some bullshit. I cleared that up right there. And the reason I use these pads, the lubricated, and like I had said, I read in the manual, that hose that I replaced, now that I just ran out of wire, last night, that it's a good time to shove the hose up in here and blow all the dirt out. And then actually there's a, I hope this motherfucker ain't plugged in. Yep, she's plugged in. Screw that noise. Safety first, boys and girls. You don't want to stick your goddamn hands in there. I don't care if it's on or not, man. Fuck that noise. I'm not getting shocked. See, I bought another one of these. You see, that's a roller wheel right there. And I clean that out, you know, because I want to run as efficient as possible, because it is only 110 and she is working. Oh, matter of fact, okay. That's another brand that I bought before. Well, manufactured, I don't know, anyway, what the fuck, Waldmark, maybe Hobart's Waldmark, I don't know, shit, who knows anything. It's 14 minutes. You know, if you guys really want to know how to weld and stuff, to tell you the truth, I'm not a professional. Pete of Southwest Rod and Custom, he fucking knows way more than I do. He really does. He supersedes anything that I'm ever going to do, because he's fucking done it. But anyway, piece of property, piece of mind, piece of pussy, piece of something, motherfucker. Until the next episode, be good to each other. Peace.